Tallahassee man will spend decades in prison for attempted first-degree murder. A judge handing down that verdict Wednesday in a non-jury trial. Court records say Clarence Johnson attempted to kill a woman by running her over. Records say Johnson forced her into her own car and made her drive around while threatening to kill her. At one point, he forced her to switch places. As he began to drive, records show she escaped, and then Johnson sped towards her and tried to hit her and missed. He was sentenced to 24 years in prison plus 6 years probation.